Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a key to instrumentation here in Vectorworks. What we have here is a light plot. Let me just zoom out to the page so you can see what I'm looking at. I created this light plot in the design layer, and then I created a viewport and put it here on a sheet layer. Right now what we're looking at is my sheet layer number one. I've also created a border with a title block that we're going to use. And what I want to do is add this key to instrumentation so that the electricians know what all of these symbols mean. In order to do that, I'm going to use this tool over here called the Instrument Summary tool. So it's in the Spotlight tool set. I'll click on that tool, and I can, when you bring it over here and click it for the first time, it's going to bring up a build list dialog, or you can go up and select the Properties or the Preferences tool up here in the menu bar. So let's go ahead and do that. This is showing summary defaults for instruments, and the first thing that I'm greeted with is this build list here. Typically, again, in the default situation, the first time you go to this, you're going to have all of your instruments over here on this side. And what I typically want to do is just go ahead and move everything that's being used over onto this side so that I've got a symbol that's described for it. I have some other elements as well that I can add to this, including things like a typical symbol. I could use this typical symbol, for example, to show what my label legends look like. All right, I could add a colors summary showing how many of different colors and so on, headers, dividers, all kinds of other elements that I can use. Let me go over here and click on the typical symbol, and I've got a button here that says Options. I can click on Option, and from here I can choose what I want this to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this source 436 degree as my typical instrument. Okay, let me see if I have an option to use label legend. No, it looks good. Okay, so with those things all selected over there, I'm going to click OK. I want to show a title, and I'm going to call this the key to instrumentation. I've adjusted some of these preferences so that it looks the way that I want it. I'll click OK, and now it brings up this tool. It shows me where my summary tool is going to go. So here down by my title block, I'm going to go ahead and just click once to set a position, click twice to place it, confirm it. Now you'll notice, first off, that this key to instrumentation is wider than my title block. So I'll go to the object info palette here. I know that my title block is 4 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and change that to 4 inches. Now that makes my key the right size. I'm going to drag it and snap it to there. All right. So what we've got here is every symbol that's being used on this drawing with a description of what the symbol means, sized up to meet, to coincide with my title block, and to look nice while it's doing it. So it looks like that. There are more things that we could do. I could go into the build list now in the object info palette and make any additional modifications that I wanted to. For example, I think this gobo ought to go down to the bottom and put the instruments first. And so when I do that, it automatically updates. Anyway, that's how it's done. There are things that you can go around and play with to customize it and to make it look the way you want to on